WFVXBangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a fire broke out in an Elm Street home this morning with multiple fire departments coming to the rescue.
Plus, a new state climate report has been released, and officials are saying things are going to get warmer and wetter as climate change continues to have an effect.
And yesterday was Juneteenth. We'll let you know how people celebrated the holiday here in the state of Maine.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have those stories coming up, including the latest on that fire in Bangor early this morning. The good news is everyone made it out safely and the fire is out. The home itself is badly damaged, but we'll have that story in a few moments. But first, a check of the weather, and it looks like today will be much like yesterday, another hot and oppressive day out there. People will want to take it easy. Looking at the heat indexes yesterday, it rose over 100 degrees in many places, some places even much hotter than that.
Yeah, making air quality kind of poor as well, but we, like you said, we'll have more on all of that. Yeah. But hey, before we get there, let's have a check of that forecast with meteorologist Conrad Sapinski.
Our first weather this morning is brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. And what a hot day out there yesterday. Records were broken. We had 96 degrees here in town, not quite record breaking for the month. For the day, we did break a record, previous record, 95 degrees. Now, lots of sunshine out there yesterday. Today, same story, a little bit of clouds north of town, but overall though, throughout the day today, once again, we are looking at a good looking day, maybe some thunderstorms into the afternoon hours. Now a little bit fog out there here in town, not quite, but then in Waterville, Augusta area, and then south of that, we are talking pockets of some dense fog. So of course, visibilities are a bit lowered. Now dew points are high. It just feels sticky. Just going outside, it just hits you right in the face, right? Just very sticky. You don't even have to do any exercise outdoors to start the sweat. By Friday into Saturday morning, things will start to improve. We're going to be a little bit more like the comfortable levels. Dew points will be a lot lower. Temperatures will be cooler as well, and it will just feel a lot more better. Now for today, though, once again, record highs. Record for today is 95. I'm thinking 96, and then some afternoon chances of showers and thunderstorms. That record high is going to happen before, those showers and thunderstorms start to arrive. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy, showers and thunderstorms once again. Temperatures in those mid 60s. Now for tomorrow, though, much cooler, upper 70s under a mostly cloudy sky. Hour by hour forecast does show those 90s making a return later on this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Conrad. We'll see you later on. Well, it was a desperate situation early this morning before the sun even came up at a home on Elm Street in Bangor. Take a look at this. Flames were billowing out of the home with fire crews from Bangor and many surrounding towns all arriving quickly on the scene. They had been dispatched at about 3:45 in the morning, and the flames were out by 4.
From fire, so I knew it immediately. I knew it was fire, so I was like, I need to get my family out. It started from what I could see from the back of the house downstairs, but I'm not really sure where it started.
And did you see just smoke or did you see flames?
Flames.
Well, neighbors say that residents of the home at 218 Elm Street all got out safely. We're told that police were first on the scene and they helped to get everyone out safely. There's also word that firefighters managed to save at least one pet. The house appears to be severely damaged, though, by the fire. Surrounding homes also appear mostly unscathed, but some did sustain some slight exterior melting. We'll have much more information on the fire as it becomes available, but overall, just a really good stop by Bangor firefighters and all the other fire crews from the area that responded to the scene.
All right, in a similar grain, but differently now, while firefighters are often exposed to extreme temperatures, they're not immune to the effects of this heat wave. Our Grace Blanchard caught up with the Bangor Fire Department to see how they've been preparing to face the weather.
We've had a very busy morning with several calls, mostly coming in being reported as laid out in the sun.
As temperatures peak well above 90 degrees across the state, firefighters are on alert for an increase in heat-related calls.
We deal with hypothermia most of the year here in Maine, but today it's hyperthermia.
Bangor's assistant fire chief says their team started preparing for this hot stretch days in advance.
Drinking extra water and fluids to come to work hydrated and prepared for the shift.
All the fire trucks are stocked with extra water coolers to ensure that the staff stays safe and hydrated.
Just knowing if there's a fire or a manpower intensive emergency, everybody will be consuming several bottles of water instead of one or two.
While battling fires, Emery says they are often exposed to 200 to 300 degree temperatures while carrying the weight of 30 to 40-pound gear.
If there was a fire today, we'd be more apt to call for extra crews a little quicker than normal, just so we keep that rotation up and knowing that our guys are not going to be able to go full tilt for an hour straight.
They encourage people to take advantage of the local cooling centers and, of course,
stay hydrated.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, on top of the extreme heat, many Mainers are also contending with a drop in air quality. According to the Maine Department of Environmental Protection, ozone concentrations along Maine's coast reached potentially unhealthy levels for sensitive groups. Additionally, particle pollution was moderate across the state. Air quality experts suggest people slow down and avoid strenuous activities while we're experiencing these conditions.
We encourage people to reduce their level of exertion about it. When you're exerting yourself, you're breathing more heavily, you're breathing more deeply, you're increasing the amount of air you're bringing in, which means you're also increasing the amount of pollution you're bringing in.
DEP expects a front to push through the region today, which will hopefully improve air quality across the state. You can visit the Maine DEP's website for any updates to the forecast.
A warmer, wetter, and stormier future is what we can expect here in Maine. That's according to a new report by the Maine Climate Council. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with one of the authors of the report to learn more about what's in the 267-page report.
And what do we know is that climate is continuing to warm, continuing to get wetter. A lot of the trends like sea level rise and warming and sunny day flooding, the rates of these are increasing.
Ivan Fernandez is the co-chair of the Maine Climate Council's Scientific and Technical Subcommittee, which recently published their 2024 report titled Scientific Assessment of Climate Change and Its Effects in Maine. He said this past year, between the back-to-back winter storms and our current heat wave, we can expect more to come as the planet continues to warm.
Just like this winter feels like, wow, this is, storm after storm with, really powerful impacts. We haven't recovered from the first one. We have the second one. Literally, we'll spend years recovering from just these storms with more to come. And that is a reflection of the driving force of climate change.
Another impact the report says is that the planet will warm 2 degrees hotter by 2050. Fernandez says this could result in significant changes to Maine's coastline.
The sea level rise will continue to both increase and potentially accelerate, outpacing our ability to adapt. And so we need to be thinking about that in that kind of context.
The report ends with a final chapter looking towards the future.
That we did that because hope, yeah, it's an emotion, it's a feel-good thing, but hope is also a science. And what we're pointing to is that the science of hope means that we need to know all this stuff. And a lot of times people say to the scientists all the bad stuff. True. And yet there's certainly reason for hope.
To read the full report, you can visit our website. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news, police in Dover-Foxcroft had to deal with some potentially dangerous explosives this week. They say the old copper blasting caps were brought to the station on Tuesday inside an ice chest. Officials say the caps are commonly used in demolition, and it isn't unusual to find them in an old farming community like Dover-Foxcroft. The caps are extremely dangerous over time when the copper breaks down, and authorities say the caps were taken by the Maine State Police bomb squad to a safe place where they were detonated. Police say the resident did the right thing by reporting them, but they urge others who make similar discoveries to leave the explosives in place without handling them and then contact your local police department.
Emergency crews rescued a Waterville man who broke his ankle while hiking in the Gulf Haggis area on Sunday evening. According to Mark Laddie with the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, 38-year-old Joshua Steele was hiking the rim trail near the Jaws waterfall with some friends when he slipped on a rock and broke his ankle. One of his friends hiked out of the woods to call for help. Game wardens responded with several volunteers from the Appalachian Mountain Club. They were also assisted by Greenville Fire and Rescue and the ambulance crew from C.A. Dean Hospital. Medical personnel carried Steele through 2 miles of rugged terrain in the dark of night. He was then transported out of the rest of the woods by a game warden ATV, where an ambulance was waiting to take him to the hospital for treatment.
Well, sometimes in the game of golf, the only thing standing between the tee box and the pin is the golfer themselves. But yesterday, the sun was a fierce competitor out on the links at the Lucerne Golf Course. With temperatures well into the 90s, golfers hoped their final scorecards didn't reflect the reading on the thermostat.
Regular day, you're not worried about any, you're just playing to play. But today, it's like competition with the heat, trying to stay on your best game.
Definitely trying to get in the shade when I can and just be out of the sun because there's no clouds at all.
Blair and Reese said they brought sunscreen and a lot of water to help them beat the heat and to break par, too. Talk about some dedicated golfers.
Yeah,
huh?
right?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Just have to move real slowly, you know. So.
Well, there's luckily a lake nearby, and if they didn't go in Phillips Lake, there were other options.
Just go take a dip.
I hope they did. Yeah. All right, the time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, people around the state paused to take part in Juneteenth celebrations yesterday. We'll show you how they marked an important event in our nation's history.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. Another hot and sticky one on the way today with a chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Highs around 96 degrees. Mostly cloudy with a chance of storms overnight. Lows dropping down to the mid-60s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and much cooler. Look at that, Emma. It's going to feel so nice. The highs tomorrow, just 78 chilly degrees. Back with more right after this.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
I'll be honest, by the end of the day, my floors, yeesh. But who has the time to clean? That's why I love my Swiffer WetJet. It's a quick and easy way to get my floors clean. WetJet absorbs and locks grime deep inside. Look at that, Swiffer WetJet.
Hammond Lumber Company has been a trusted partner of professional contractors, do-it-yourselfers, and homeowners for generations. It's the level of trust that Hammond Lumber has earned by providing an extensive selection of products and materials from industry-leading suppliers, with guidance and support through every stage of any project, including delivery of materials throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company is, has been, and will always be your building project partner.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
I started smoking at age 16. I was scared when they found cancer in my lung.
Lung cancer, still the deadliest cancer in Maine, but a new test can find it earlier when treatment is more successful.
They were able to remove my cancer and I went back to work, but now I'm retired.
If you're age 55 or older and smoke now or smoked heavily in the past, ask your provider if lung cancer screening is right for you, and learn more at screenmaine.org.
Governor Janet Mills, the first governor to acknowledge Juneteenth as a paid holiday, issued a statement honoring Juneteenth. It reads in part as, "We commemorate the day when slavery was finally extinguished in America and recognize the major role that more than 70,000 Union soldiers from Maine played in achieving that good. Let us honor the strength of Black Americans and their vast and enduring contributions to the fabric of our nation."
Juneteenth was celebrated all Yesterday, and that's no different in the city of Brewer. Our Doug Banks takes us to Chamberlain Freedom Park for that celebration.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? I drove 500 miles to be here. I'm 90 years old, but I'm still rocking and reeling.
How good to see you. Your music to my heart.
No more auction block for me.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I have many stories to tell, many songs to sing, but too much for this day because I like to do as less as I can to give other people opportunity to do something.
There are hateful people that will blow you away, wipe you out. You mean nothing to them. So don't endanger yourselves in any way for the cause that I believe in and that your presence tells me that you believe in. But keep on marching. Keep on doing what you can do as a human being for your fellow human beings. Spread the loving word every opportunity you get. Okay? Raise your hand if you're going to do it. Oh, I got an army of good folk, man. I'm glad to have you on my team. Thank you, brother.
Keep on singing.
Oh, I just make it up as I go along, as the Spirit moves me.
Many also gathered for the annual Juneteenth Down East commemoration. The 4th annual festival was held at Knowlton Park in Ellsworth. Organizers say this year's theme of Shoulder to Shoulder was meant to shed light on the shared challenges faced by Black and Indigenous communities in the state. Several organizations and groups came together to share music, food, and culture in the spirit of this year's theme. Juneteenth Down East also functions all year round, and they have more programs that are open to the community. For more information on their upcoming events, you can visit our website, foxbangor.com. And I heard just on social media yesterday, it was a lovely array of tabling like that. There was some jewelry for sale, there was lovely food and art, and, you know, important messages to be shared.
Yeah, it's nice that they're also kind of shedding the light on some of the problems that have faced some of our Native American tribes here in Maine, too, including the kids and everything. So
right, solidarity.
Great time to learn.
Yep. All right, the time now is 8:18. After the break, record high temperatures, the first hurricane of the season, and wildfires are pounding the U.S. today.
We'll have all the details coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Refine, your local expert in window and door installation, carpentry repairs, and commercial facilities management. At Refine, we're proud to offer Maine-made Paradigm windows crafted with care and precision to ensure quality and durability like no other. From quaint cottages to bustling businesses, let us refine your space with our signature Maine-made touch. Trust Refine to exceed your expectations every time. Contact us today and let Maine craftsmanship elevate your home or business. Rise with Refine.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Every time you shop at Hannaford, you help us promote inclusivity, opportunity, and a sense of belonging in every store. You help us build a culture where leaders reflect our diverse communities, where veterans forge new career paths, and where our employees and neighbors alike can find their voice. Together, we're not just feeding families, we're strengthening communities. Hannaford Supermarkets, greater than groceries.
You can't leave without cuddles, but you also can't leave covered in hair. With Bounce Pet, you can cuddle and brush that hair off. Bounce, it's the sheep.
This is Rickwood, the oldest ballpark in the country. Host to Hall of Famers and home to the Negro Leagues.
Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, Jackie Robinson.
And now, the Giants take on the Cardinals in a celebration over a century in the making. MLB at Rickwood Field, only on Fox.
Intense heat, heavy rainfall, and raging wildfires hitting different parts of the U.S. But the threat of severe weather is far from over. Wynn has more.
This morning, Tropical Storm Alberto expected to make landfall just south of Texas, slamming the southwestern Gulf Coast with heavy rainfall and flooding. The first named storm of the hurricane season, bringing nearly 10 inches of rain, gusty winds, and isolated tornado threats to parts of Texas. Storm surge topping 4 feet south of Galveston Island.
It's definitely worse than I expected, or I'd have been gone, you know. So I should have been more prepared.
In New Mexico, thunderstorms and a flash flood emergency as residents in Ruidoso, just south of Albuquerque, are still reeling from deadly wildfires.
We were engulfed in smoke. That scared me to death.
8,000 people evacuated, at least 2 people killed, and 1,400 homes and businesses burned to the ground.
Making this one of the most devastating fires in New Mexico's history.
Just west of there, firefighters trying to contain at least 12 active wildfires in California. And the relentless heat making matters worse. Dangerously high temperatures hitting 14 states across the Midwest and Northeast.
Just try to do whatever you can to stay out the heat wave.
Boston breaking its 100-year heat record with a high of 98 degrees. New York City activated its heat emergency plan for the first time this year, opening more cooling centers.
The scorching heat in the Northeast expected to last through the weekend. As for Tropical Storm Alberto, South Texas faces more flooding and mudslide threats with more heavy rainfall expected today. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Well, here in Maine, as we said, it looks like another very hot day on the way today, but as long as we can get through today, there is some relief on the way. Here's Conrad with another look at your full forecast.
Our Maine weather this morning is brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. And into weather, wow, the heat is still here for today. Excessive heat warnings have been issued till around 8 p.m. later on this afternoon. Once again, and I do think by tomorrow, things will start to cool down and calm down all over the area. Even some heat advisories have been issued just north, and same story right at the coast, closer to the waters, of course. Just a little bit of a breeze right off the ocean, and just like that, cooler temperatures roll in. Cooler temps here in town, not quite out there for today. Once again, dangerously hot temperatures for today, much cooler tomorrow, and then we're back into the upper 60s to lower 70s by the weekend. Right back up into the 80s Tuesday into Wednesday. So middle of the week, we are talking once again above average temperatures will be back in the forecast. Now, overall, though, partly cloudy skies, so a good amount of clouds out there for today. But we will continue to see possibly chances of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon hours. Of course, that means more clouds by the afternoon. Now, the Midwest, the upper Midwest, once again, we're looking at shower chances, especially by South Dakota, into Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois as well, Michigan, and even into upstate New York, where some places are seeing some showers. For us, though, possibly in the afternoon to evening hours, we're looking at a line of showers and thunderstorms starting to develop pretty much in Vermont and New Hampshire and right through Maine. That's going to continue to pass by overnight tonight into those early morning hours tomorrow. And then finally, things will start to slowly calm down and clear up. Now, rainfall-wise, though, we're looking at potentially in some spots. Of course, things are going to vary, but overall, though, some spots, maybe around 1/4 of an inch of rain. Same story right at the coast. And then a lot more rain the more north you go. Dover, Foxcroft, Greenville, Millinocket, possibly well over an inch of rain. For today, though, Possibly once again, record highs, kind of like yesterday. We did break a record high here in Bangor. PM chances of some showers and thunderstorms as well. Then we're really going to cool on off for tonight, though. Mid-60s, mostly cloudy skies, and some showers and thunderstorms left over. Our extended forecast outlook does show a cool down on the way. Still an active weather pattern.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
When it comes to automotive and heavy equipment repair, trust the experts at CTI Service Center, located in Old Town and Milford. CTI offers heavy-duty part sales at our Old Town location, as well as on-the-road service with our heavy-duty mobile units. CTI also offers tire sales, including mount and spin balance, as well as Old Town's only heavy-duty alignment system. CTI Service Center diagnoses issues swiftly and accurately. For reliable service and peace of mind, give us a call or visit us online at ctiservicecenter.com. CTI Service Center, simply the best.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These local businesses would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
We turn now to the rising tensions between the White House and Israel amid allegations that the U.S. weapon shipments for the war in Gaza are being delayed. The rising tensions come as we learn more about a disturbing series of anti-Semitic attacks here at home and abroad. We'll check back in now with M. Nguyen for this story.
This morning, mounting tensions between the U.S. and Israel. Officials from both countries were trying to schedule a security meeting today, but the White House postponing after Prime Minister Netanyahu posted this video accusing the U.S. of withholding weapons from Israel.
During World War II, Churchill told the United States, "Give us the tools, we'll do the job." And I say, give us the tools and we'll finish the job a lot faster.
Biden administration officials outraged, calling Netanyahu's comments beyond the pale, pointing out only one shipment of bombs was paused due to concerns about their use in densely populated areas of Gaza. Netanyahu faces new scrutiny at home after an Israeli military spokesperson called Hamas an idea, a political party rooted in people's hearts, adding whoever thinks we can eliminate Hamas is wrong. His statement directly contradicting Netanyahu's goals. Israeli military officials later walking back those comments. Meanwhile, Iran-backed rebels in the region are causing new trouble for global trade, releasing video of another attack on a foreign ship in the Red Sea. One crew member is feared dead. The attacks at sea in protest of the war in Gaza. It comes as more anti-Semitic incidents make headlines around the world. In Paris, protesters in the streets after a barbaric attack on a 12-year-old Jewish girl.
And back in Washington, despite the postponement of that security meeting today, 2 Israeli officials are traveling to the White House for a separate meeting today. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Well, meanwhile, a new flashpoint this morning in the separation between church and state. Schools in Louisiana will now be required to display the 10 Commandments. The new law is sparking debate on both sides of the political aisle. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii with that story.
This morning, Louisiana has become the first state to require the 10 Commandments be displayed in public classrooms, from kindergarten to publicly funded universities.
If you want to respect the rule of law, you got to start from the original lawgiver.
which was Moses.
Governor Jeff Landry signing the bill, which requires a poster-sized display or framed document of the Ten Commandments to be installed by January. Landry says the law isn't just for religious reasons, but also for, quote, common cultural heritage.
I hope and I pray that Louisiana is the first state to allow moral code to be placed back in the classrooms.
Critics argue the law violates the separation of church and state.
We learned the Ten Commandments. We went to Sunday school. And as I said on the Senate floor, if you want your kids to learn the Ten Commandments, you can take them to church.
The ACLU plans to sue, arguing this law will make kids of different religious beliefs feel unsafe, saying politicians have no business imposing their preferred religious doctrine on students and families in public schools. Under the law, the state funds won't be used for the commandment displays. They'll be paid for by donations.
Similar bills have been proposed in other states, but ran into legal challenges. Decades ago, the Supreme Court struck down a similar law in Kentucky, but now, if challenged, this Louisiana law will go before a more conservative Supreme Court. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, Mainers love puffins, and one group in Stonington is taking that love to the next level and holding the first ever Puffin Festival. We'll tell you all about it as Good Morning Maine continues.
Central Maine Barns and Sheds, quality products built right here in Newport with a strong attention to detail. We have an incredible selection of pre-made options and would be more than happy to custom build a unit specifically for you. Central Maine Barns and Sheds has financing options available, including a rent-to-own program. We provide free delivery and setup within a 30-mile radius of any of our locations. Check out our full inventory at centralmainbarns.com or call for more information, 368-6177.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This local business would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 20th, 2024, and it is also time for the summer solstice, the first day of summer.
I know.
Yeah.
It felt like it happened last week,
Right.
But during the summer solstice, the sun is at its highest point in the sky and travels its longest path. It causes the longest period of daylight and the shortest night of the year. Over history, people have celebrated the arrival of summer in many ways. In pre-Christian times, some people jumped over bonfires as a way to keep demons away and bring good luck to lovers. In Sweden, people dance around a maypole, while in Alaska, some people can even watch a baseball game under the midnight sun.
And some others just cook up some hot dogs, have a few beers or something, and that's
right.
what my friends do anyway.
I know, or just put your feet in the pool or some body of water. That sounds like a perfect way to spend it today.
So nice that the sun comes up so early, though, and lasts for so long. It's a great time of year.
I love it, yeah. It's kind of my favorite time of the year.
Yeah. All right, some history now. On this day in history, back in 1782, Congress approved the Great Seal of the United States. Not the kind that swims in the ocean. This is something else. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
It features the emblem of the bald eagle. It's a symbol of sovereignty as a nation and is used on official documents, treaties, and commissions of high officials of government. In 1893, a jury in Fall River, Massachusetts, acquitted Lizzie Borden in the axe murder of her father and her stepmother.
I've been saying all morning, but the jury probably acquitted her because they could not believe at the time that a young woman, a pretty young woman, could commit such a heinous crime.
Yeah.
But I think all evidence, even at the time, suggested that she did it, and they didn't have anybody else to blame for it.
You visited that house last year, too,
Just the
right?
outside. Yeah. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful home, but of course, it's the scene of a major crime.
Think of what happened there.
Yes.
Yeah. In 1963, the U.S. and Soviet Union agreed to establish a hotline between Moscow and Washington. It was established to remedy communication problems that the nation faced during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And in 1967, the American Independent Party was formed to back George Wallace of Alabama for president.
Also in 1967, boxer Muhammad Ali was convicted in Texas of violating selective service laws after refusing to be drafted. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but the conviction was later overturned by the Supreme Court. It was in 1975 when a groundbreaking movie opened across the nation that made people think twice before going in the water. The movie Jaws by Steven Spielberg won 3 Oscars and was the highest grossing film in movie history at the time. I swam in the ocean yesterday and I did think of it.
You still think of the sharks because of that. Yeah.
Right. And in 1997, the tobacco industry agreed to a massive settlement in exchange for major relief from mounting lawsuits and legal bills. And in 2014, the Obama administration granted an array of new benefits to same-sex couples, including for those living in states where gay marriage was against the law. It provided them with new measures, including Social Security and veterans benefits, along with work leave to care for a sick spouse.
Her birthdays today, they include actress Nicole Kidman, who is 57 years old today. Singer Lionel Richie is 75, and actor John Goodman is 72 years old. Happy birthday to them.
A lot of talent today.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, moving right along now. It definitely feels like it's the summer solstice. Normally it's not this hot this time of year.
Good day to go to the beach if you can do that.
If you can, because this weekend does not look as hot and sunny.
Yeah, things are cooling down.
Yep. Here's Conrad Sapinski with the forecast.
Our first weather this morning is brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. And what a hot day out there yesterday. Records were broken. We had 96 degrees here in town, not quite record breaking for the month. For the day, we did break a record, previous record, 95 degrees. Now, lots of sunshine out there yesterday. Today, same story, a little bit of clouds north of town, but overall though, throughout the day today, once again, we are looking at a good looking day, maybe some thunderstorms into the afternoon hours. Now a little bit fog out there here in town, not quite, but then in Waterville, Augusta area, and then south of that, we are talking pockets of some dense fog. So of course, visibilities are a bit lowered. Now dew points are high. It just feels sticky. Just going outside, it just hits you right in the face, right? Just very sticky. You don't even have to do any exercise outdoors to start the sweat. By Friday into Saturday morning, things will start to improve. We're going to be a little bit more like the comfortable levels. Dew points will be a lot lower. Temperatures will be cooler as well, and it will just feel a lot more better. Now for today, though, once again, record highs. Record for today is 95. I'm thinking 96, and then some afternoon chances of showers and thunderstorms. That record high is going to happen before, those showers and thunderstorms start to arrive. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy, showers and thunderstorms once again. Temperatures in those mid-60s. Now for tomorrow, though, much cooler, upper 70s under a mostly cloudy sky. Hour by hour forecast does show those 90s making a return later on this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Conrad. Well, as we told you last week on Good Morning Maine, the town of Stonington is celebrating one of Maine's favorite birds with the first ever Puffin Festival. Now it's time for it to happen.
Oh, so exciting.
Organizers say it's a chance for people to come and learn about puffins with talks and tours out to areas where the birds gather along the coast.
It's also a great opportunity to take in all the sights and sounds of a true fishing town. Starting Friday, the Isle Ho Mail Boat will be offering trips out to see puffins on Seal Island. And if you can make the first trip on Friday, Maine birder Bob DeShane will be in town to share a slideshow and more information about what makes puffins just so neat.
Bob and Sandy are such important naturalists for northern Maine. They're based in Bangor, and they're coming down here to support these efforts because they're such amazing and passionate fans of the puffins.
There will be tours and other attractions throughout the weekend. For more information, please head to our website, foxbangor.com. And what a treat it will be for those who are attending that boat. Looks lovely and spacious. It looks a little bit bigger than a lobster boat, so there's room for all sorts of folks. But yeah, like we were saying, it's not just about the puffins. What a stunning area Stonington Coast and Isle Ho is. So
the ride's going to be great. The weekend's going to be wonderful. They'll take you out past Isle Ho, about 8 miles, I think it is, to Seal Island. one, so you'll be able to see that. But
what a treat.
And Bob Duchesne, a lot of people know Bob because he worked on Q106 for a bunch of years as a disc jockey.
Right.
He's been a state lawmaker, but a lot of people don't know. The guy's an expert when it comes to birds. He's always posting things about migrating birds, so you'll certainly learn something this weekend too.
Right, yeah, if you attend that, you have to attend the slideshow as well.
Right.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Grab a crab roll or something while you're down there.
There's all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay, right after the break, we'll have our sports updates.
And our pet of the week, we'll meet a fuzzy little bunny.
Really cute guy.
Yeah, don't go away.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our stable lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
An official message from Medicare.
A new law is helping us save more money on prescription drugs. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, our drug premiums are zero, and our out-of-pocket costs are low.
I enrolled and I'm saving money. If you're single and make less than $23,000 a year, or are a married couple making less than $31,000, you may qualify and save, even if you don't think you qualify. It pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp.
Febreze. Hi, I use Febreze Fade Defy Plug.
And I use this.
Febreze has a microchip to control scent release so it smells first day fresh for 50 days.
50 days?
And its refill reminder light means I'll never miss a day of freshness. Febreze Plug.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes & More has a team of experts trained in pet orthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or for the hard-to-fit foot, with fashionable and functional footwear from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Teva, Taos, Ufus, and Birkenstocks. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
When CTI Service Center in Milford wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. CTI Service Center provides outstanding automotive and heavy-duty equipment repair, including tire sales, mount and balance, alignments, and diagnostics. CTI Service Center, simply the best.
This Sunday will mark the first marathon in the Greater Bangor area in nearly 20 years as the first annual Great Bangor Marathon and Half comes to town, and organizers say it's part of a bigger mission to grow the sport. Ryan Sudol has more.
It hasn't had a marathon in like 20 years, so we are excited to bring this back to the Queen City, show Bangor hospitality.
Watch the road Sunday as Lifestyle Sports Global presents the inaugural Great Bangor Marathon and Half Marathon.
Yeah, we're very happy about it. We think it's gonna bring a lot of excitement to the community and the surrounding communities of Bangor.
A huge part of that excitement is that the races are USA Track and Field certified. A good time could land you in some of the top marathons in the world.
Boston, Chicago, New York, Berlin, London. This course is fast and flat, out and back, really easy to qualify for these other events.
We're helping people get their dreams, and we're doing it through Bangor, Maine.
That resulted in a huge response. Nearly 350 runners are coming from 34 states and 4 countries. And even as soon as next race, that could skyrocket.
Bangor has an international airport. We should be doing international events here. But what's great about this is they're coming early with their family and friends to enjoy our town. And those 344 runners are going to go tell their friends, and we could have 1,000 runners next year.
That type of growth for running in general is what race runners Laura and David McIntyre are most prideful in seeing.
We want to encourage people to do these events, teenagers, the 20-year-olds, the 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds. This is a great sport for all generations.
And an event like the Great Bangor Marathon will create memories of that great sport that will last a lifetime.
A father and a son, a mother and a son, they can run together. We get a picture of you coming across the finish line together. What a wonderful memory to have.
In Bangor, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
We will see you at the starting line.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Looks like fun. Let's go to the Diamond now down in Portland. Former Black Bear Nick Sinicola is back in the Pine Tree State, and he took the mound on Tuesday night against the Sea Dogs. Sinicola was drafted by the San Francisco Giants and is playing for their AA affiliate, the Richmond Flying Squirrels. He tossed 5 innings on Tuesday, allowing just 4 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 5. He's got 13 appearances this year and 5 starts. He's 5-2 with a 2.96 ERA. Sinicola spent 3 years with the Black Bears in Orono, and he hails from southern Massachusetts. He says that his time at Maine was huge for his development and loves pitching in Portland too, where he gets loads of support at the games.
It was a huge stepping stone for me. I got a lot better in my time there. I enjoyed all 3 years there, and it definitely prepared me for the next level. It's a good time. It's good to have all my friends, family, and all them come out and support, you know. Close to home, they don't have to travel too far and all that, so it's awesome to pitch in front of them and have their support at all the games.
All right, awesome stuff there. Love watching him pitch. Let's go. Let's stay with the Diamond now. We'll go to the Boston Red Sox. They're looking for their 5th straight victory and a sweep over the Toronto Blue Jays. Third innings where we pick it up. No score. David Hamilton lines one into the gap. That's going to bring in 1 run. The Red Sox lead it 1-0 to the 4th inning now. Emmanuel Valdez crushes the Gausman pitch for a solo home run. That is his 6th homer on the year, and it pushes that Sox lead to 2-0. Later in the 4th, 2-2 now, Jarren Duran is up, and he blasts this one deep to center field, 433 feet and gone. Red Sox lead it 4-2. All right, to the last inning we go. Look at this play from Chris Martin. The bare hand throws off of his bottom, gets the out at first. The Red Sox, they go on to win this one. 7-3 is the final. Over to the golf course now. The Drive 4 Kids Celebrity Golf Tournament has returned to Maine and will tee off this week. The festivities kicked off on Wednesday night at Cowbell in Westbrook, and the field will have their practice rounds on Thursday. Select amateurs will be paired with the celebs for Friday's Celeb Am Round, and the official tourney is Saturday with the final round on Sunday. Several celebrities and athletes are in the mix this year, a few Patriots greats and some Red Sox greats, including 2004 World Series champion Derek Lowe. Derek's back for his 2nd year of the Drive 4 Kids and says his favorite part of the tournament is interacting with the New England sports fans, who he calls some of the best in the country.
It's just the interaction. We're in New England. Interaction with a lot of Red Sox people. You have Patriot people, you have Bruins people. And so the people that are here know New England sports. And I think that is the most meaningful thing, is because they do have an interaction with you that where maybe a lot of cities don't have.
All right, should it be a fun weekend? That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Why spend money at an ATM? Avoid those extra fees with Maine Credit Unions and have access to the largest surcharge-free ATM network in the state. Find a Surf ATM near you at mainecreditunions.org.
A mystery.
Jessie loves playing detective.
But the real mystery was your irritated skin. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on her skin.
Tide Free and Gentle Liquid is EPA Safer Choice certified.
It's got to be Tide. Oh, another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, 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 nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Angler's Restaurant with 2 locations in Newport and Searsport. Open daily from 11 to 8. We are your home for fresh seafood. Our specialty is scallops, lobster, fish and chips, and of course, lobster rolls. Now, if seafood is not your preference, we offer fan favorites like cheeseburgers and chicken tenders. Stop by for the atmosphere and stay for the incredible dining experience. Anglers, Maine's family seafood restaurant.
Sunday, it's the Summer of Stars as the U.S. hosts the world's best players for Copa America. The U.S. men's team looks to make an historic run with Pulisic, McKennie, Weah, as the Stars and Stripes put everything on the line. USA's back, baby! It's time to break out the red, white, and blue. This is no friendly. This is the championship of the Americas. USA versus Bolivia, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Buying a home is a big family experience.
It is our dream home.
Credit union is more like a partner, whether it's your home or whether it's in business. They're local, they're small, they want to take care of their customers just as much as they can. Pretty good feeling to have your local credit union backing you up.
The Pet of the Week, brought to you by First National Bank. Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? Look no further than First National Bank, your genuine Maine community bank.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're very happy to have our friend Catherine Ravenscraft from Bangor Humane Society joining us once again. And on our Pet of the Week segment today, we have a fuzzy little bunny.
A funny little bunny. He is a funny little
Yeah.
bunny, too. Yeah. So this is Pembroke. Oops, sorry, buddy. Pembroke
chill.
he really is. He is a mini lop. He is fully grown. We estimate his age right around 4. He was brought in to us as a surrender, and unfortunately he had quite a few medical issues that needed to be addressed before he is ready for adoption. I believe he's going to go up for adoption sometime early next week. But he had a hernia, an abdominal hernia that was causing some pressure on his bladder. So he needed a surgery to correct that, along with his neuter. And he also was treated, we believe, for mites, but you can sort of see this almost bald spot here, which is a little more than you would see with common molting on a bunny.
He's like, don't point that out. Come
I
on.
know, I know. They have their vanity too. Yeah. But he is just the sweetest boy. When I was telling you, when I opened the kennel earlier this morning to get him out, he just flopped onto the door and put his face right down onto the kennel so that I could pet him. And, you know, bunnies are prey animals, so it's not super common, even when they've been handled, for them to be so comfortable around people. And he basically just jumped into my arms.
Right.
So.
and now, after you took him out of his transport container, he's just sitting here happy to chill.
He is,
I feel like we don't see this that often from the smaller ones.
No, you really don't. And I had picked him up and was cuddling him close, and he was just curled right up.
Yes,
and
he really did.
Yeah, sometimes buns will kind of kick, you know, which is normal. But see, he is just completely contented being handled a little bit. He is.
He'll make a really trusting pet. But you were also saying Pembroke was his name when he was surrendered. So maybe, hopefully, if somebody is okay with keeping that name,
I always love that when people keep a name that an animal came in with. I mean, I think maybe for dogs and cats it's a little more important because they know their names.
Yeah,
They really do. And sometimes that's the thing that makes me the saddest, when a stray comes in that I don't know their name. But even for a bunny, they know their names. I had bunnies for years, and I felt like when I said their names, they would, you know, cock an eye towards me. So
We've talked about bunnies as pets before, and they are great pets, but they're a commitment, just like any other pet.
They are.
But they're more than just an animal you can just put in a cage, too. They can get out and play and
They
do
can, and they should. They
Yeah.
need a lot of exercise. Think about what bunnies do in the wild. They just run and run and run, and they forage. And so they will forage in your house for electrical wires and furniture.
Keep an eye on them.
So you need to be very careful. But yeah, they're delightful. My bunnies that I had were free-range bunnies. They just kind of had the lay of the land at the house. And
I'm sorry, I'll be thinking about foraging for electrical wires all day. No, don't do that.
Exactly.
All right, Catherine, it looks like we're about out of time.
Thank you.
Thank you, as always. We'll send it over to Conrad Sapinski for our full weather forecast.
Our Maine weather this morning is brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. And into weather, wow, the heat is still here for today. Excessive heat warnings have been issued till around 8 p.m. later on this afternoon. Once again, and I do think by tomorrow, things will start to cool down and calm down all over the area. Even some heat advisories have been issued just north, and same story right at the coast, closer to the waters, of course. Just a little bit of a breeze right off the ocean, and just like that, cooler temperatures roll in. Cooler temps here in town, not quite out there for today. Once again, dangerously hot temperatures for today, much cooler tomorrow, and then we're back into the upper 60s to lower 70s by the weekend. Right back up into the 80s Tuesday into Wednesday. So middle of the week, we are talking once again above average temperatures will be back in the forecast. Now overall though, partly cloudy skies, so a good amount of clouds out there for today, but we will continue to see possibly chances of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon hours. Of course, that means more clouds by the afternoon. Now, the Midwest, the upper Midwest, once again, we're looking at shower chances, especially by South Dakota, into Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois as well, Michigan, and even into upstate New York, where some places are seeing some showers. For us, though, possibly in the afternoon to evening hours, we're looking at a line of showers and thunderstorms starting to develop pretty much in Vermont and New Hampshire and right through Maine. That's going to continue to pass by overnight tonight into those early morning hours tomorrow. And then finally, things will start to slowly calm down and clear up. Now, rainfall-wise, though, we're looking at potentially in some spots. Of course, things are going to vary, but overall, though, some spots, maybe around 1/4 of an inch of rain. Same story right out the coast. And then a lot more rain the more north you go. Dover, Foxcroft, Greenville, Millinocket, possibly well over an inch of rain. For today, though, possibly once again record highs, kind of like yesterday. We did break a record high here in Bangor. PM chances of some showers and thunderstorms as well. Then we're really going to cool on off for tonight, though. Mid-60s, mostly cloudy skies, and some showers and thunderstorms left over. Our extended forecast outlook does show a cool down on the way. Still an active weather pattern.
There's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. It cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Try Dawn Power Wash.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Spring is here, and now is the time to call Hickory Dickory Decks for your new deck, sunroom, or enclosed porch. They specialize in custom outdoor living and making your dream oasis a reality. See for yourself how Hickory Dickory Decks can transform your existing porch into a 3-season sunspace sunroom. Call Hickory Dickory Decks now for your free estimate and enjoy life outdoors.
At Planet Fitness, a lot has changed since 1998, but our membership has always been just $10 a month. As of June 28th, that rate will increase to $15 a month for new members. So if you've been thinking about joining, now is the perfect time to lock in your $10 a month rate for good. That's right. Once you join, your rate will never increase for the life of your membership. Enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout, all in the judgment-free zone, and all for just $10 a month. Don't miss out. Join today. This offer is only good through Thursday, June 27th.
I'm sweating.
This summer.
Welcome to 25 Words or Less.
The celebrities.
First time you two have met each other.
Yes, I have to say I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. I didn't recognize you, but...
Are throwing shade.
You've been great against each other. You've become closer friends.
Yes, a lot has transpired. But just know, when we leave here, I will block Melissa's number.
5 days a week.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
There are many different ways to beat the heat during this heat wave, but thanks to the Waterville Fire Department, kids in their area got a unique experience to cool off. Waterville Parks and Recreation Department partnered with the fire department to test their fire pumps at the head of the Falls Park. Parents and kids got the chance to come out and run through the water, pumped through the fire truck, and get soaked. Chief Esler added it was a great experience seeing so many smiling kids who will remember this experience all of their lives.
How neat is that? A lot of happy kids out there.
That is so memorable. That's like the world's coolest sprinkler.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, amid the soaring temperatures, one local business owner has found a great way to help out the community. Joe Perry, owner of Joe's Market on Garland Street in Bangor, has been serving his community for decades. Yesterday, he decided he would help out help people who might not have enough money to get a cool drink. So he put a cooler outside with some cold water for anyone who needed some hydration. Perry says he's been surprised by the outpouring of support from other neighbors in the Garland Street area as well.
People will come in and want to contribute to help keep it going. I had someone today just come in and say, geez, maybe there should be some Gatorade in there, and threw me enough money. I was going up to Sam's Club to grab 3 cases of Gatorade. So now I have water and Gatorade.
Nice as that. Well, Perry plans to keep the drinks available throughout the duration of the heat wave and says if he needs to do it again later on this summer, he certainly will. What a nice thing to do for people in the community.
Joe's Market has an excellent reputation of doing things like that. On Thanksgiving in the past, I know they've given out meals and stuff like that. So they really are just so focused on being a good neighbor and spreading kindness.
Doesn't surprise me with Joe. Joe's a state lawmaker too, so he's all about helping out the community. So what a nice gesture.
It just fills my heart up.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like we're about out of time. If you missed anything, you can head to foxbangor.com. The next news hour will be at noon with Susan Farley on ABC 7 News at Noon.
In the meantime, stay cool out there. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Today on 25 Words or Less, I would never poke fun at someone's height on the show, so I'll just point out that she's our only guest who's sitting on a matchbook. It's Tia Sakar! And joining Tia are sisters, Natasha and